Hey there, good people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Time check is 11:15 here in Dhaka. Very sunny and hot. You can say not warm. It's really hot day, and I am down with the weather. Everybody's season change. Everybody's falling sick. So from the nose, I am totally blocked. So yeah, I am trying to slip it off and get better. Hopefully, I will soon. So it's a good news. I like the sun. I actually started to hate the winter because it's bringing a lot of sickness and everything in the country, and most of the winter I am not well. So warm weather perhaps will be better. So for summers, I told you I'm going to do a lot of lists. This is another one. 8 refreshing summer fragrances. You can check them. There are plenty more out there. I think two-thirds of my collection is full of freshies because I live in a warmer setup. So you'll see plenty of Nautica Voyage, Sauvage, every now and then Invictus, CK1, Flankers, fresh versions, Cologne, Blue, Sport, this sort of fragrance in my collection mostly. But I also have, as you can see, plenty of other sweeter in nature fragrances. But 8 fragrances today, because 8, not 10. Okay. These are all refreshing in my humble opinion and not really massively talked about nowadays or hyped. So staying away from hype a little bit is kind of refreshing for me as well. Like, yeah, high fragrance everybody knows. But some of these fragrances in top 4 or 3, they are well known. So let me show you one by one. The first fragrance I'm going to show you is House of Ferrari. This is definitely nobody's showing except Chad, Gentleman's Journey, and perhaps few other channels. This is called Ferrari Radiant Bergamot or Bergamot. So this line is discontinued, okay? And I think I borrowed my cap from one of my bottles. I think leather essence or something, that fragrance, just to make it look proper. This is how the caps look, but the wrapping will be different color. So I actually reviewed the whole line, and I will tell you, every single Ferrari this line are initially $75 or more. Later they were available for $35, around that price point, very cheap you could have, but now all discontinued. And it's very sad because Ferrari made some quality fragrances here. Mostly the Ferrari Bright Neroli is the most hyped one, I understand, but the musk essence, like, or whatever, the musk one, the white bottle, the, what is the other one, the fig one, and then I also bought recent times the lavender. They are really, really beautiful fragrances. Okay, so Radiant Bergamot is not really like a typical bergamot that you think like, oh, it's a juicy candied lemon. This one is a little bit for a bitterness to the bergamot. At first, I did not like that, but as time progressed, I saw the beautiful side of it. It's kind of like a vanilla sort of a bergamot, bitter bergamot combination, and it's very refreshing for summer to wear. And you can see from the nature color of the juice, it's very refreshing juice. So the first one is called Radiant Bergamot. If you can find it somewhere, give it a try. Next one is definitely one of my favorite fragrances. Um, this one, I would say, Ajmal House. They made a very beautiful interpretation of Dior Sauvage, which I really like, and it's a little bit different as well from Sauvage. It's called Kuro. So this perfume, when you see the Kuro fragrance, is affordable. Okay, like honestly speaking, they are very, very affordable. And oh man, someone sent me uh, the, oh my god. Okay, anyway, I'll talk about it later. Someone sent me money by mistake. I have to return it. So Kuro, it smells a lot like Sauvage, but with a darkness. Okay, it has some sort of dark properties. Like I would say, how do I put it? Like it's not as annoying as Sauvage. Okay, some people like this over Sauvage. Even though I cannot smell anything, let me try. No, I can't smell anything. My nose is blocked. Anyway, so this is actually very long lasting, very handsome, can be worn in summer, also in winter. So this is also the Sauvage DNA. You guys know Calibre and Bergamot, and then a little bit of a, like a freshness and Ice Super sort of a DNA. This thing is a little bit sweeter, a little bit more body to it, not as light as Sauvage and not as blue. So you can try this Ajmal Kuro, even though the bottle is dark. There's a hint of darkness in there on the dry down. That's it, but very refreshing for summer days, and I really like that. Next are back to back two, blanche style perfumes. I like them. The white cologne style perfume, like Lacoste. If you know that DNA, Lacoste White, right? Everybody loves that DNA, and this is in that family. This is called Polo Sport Fresh by Ralph Lauren. Someone needs to talk about these houses, like these fragrances, because uh, not everything has to be niche, or not everything has to be like a super hyped house or something, that, or Middle Eastern house only. There are good fragrances here there people don't talk about. This is one of the solid fragrance for summer with excellent longevity for a fresh perfume. Check out Chad's review, A Gentleman's Journey. He talked about it, how good this is. It is nice. It is kind of like, you can say, not in the family of Galloway, but the next one perhaps is. But mostly what I get from this is freshness, mild, like a kick. It's a masculine, fresh, clean fragrance with a sporty feel. At the same time, you can. The thing is, like, the fragrance could be like used for office, gym, very pretty versatile. Okay, so I would say try it out, and it's not very expensive. Like, most polos are expensive, but this is very good. So you also get, I think, 125 mil or something juice. I don't remember exactly, but this is a nice perfume for summer, very refreshing, in my humble opinion. Hold on. Yeah, sorry. I had to message my friend because he sent me money by mistake twice. So I told him I'm going to send it back right after the review. So yeah, next one is also this white style fragrance. And this I felt, me, Max 40, and few of the other reviewers said when we got it, that this is similar to Galloway by Parfum de Marly, Lalique's White, but with a twist. Lalique, you guys know, is a very affordable house, and their quality is top notch. People give them a lot of credit, and like they say, Lalique has, that quality. Like, they give interesting perfumes, beautiful bottles, and many fragrances smell like interesting niche perfumes. This one is not exactly like Galloway, missing that peppery kick. I think Galloway has a little bit more of pepper, bit more spice. This one has that note of tamarind. Very refreshing, very unique. If you never tried it, these are fragrances worth collecting, I'm telling you, compared to whatever garbage is coming out nowadays. I would tell them garbage. Most of fragrances, light, watery, juice with no projection, no performance, huge price tag, and boring on most part. I have huge expectation from lines like Narciso Rodriguez. I've seen they releasing Vetiver or something. Most of people are saying it's boring, not really like interesting. It's a dupe of something or similar to something else. You know, it's okay, but when you see the price tag, 150 bucks, why? This fragrance is 35, $40. Man, you get an excellent perfume. It smells nice, musky, and you smell clean and handsome, so it's right out of the shower, fresh, can be worn for work, casual. Lalique's White is a very refreshing one for me, especially for that tamarind note. Number four, although the number one, number four is a very popular fragrance called Nuit d'ici Purom by issey Miyake. Many of you complain, what happened to your issey Miyake? You don't show this anymore. Don't you like it anymore? I'm like, I do, but what happens in time, some of the fragrances do not get much wear because of the new ones. This is the reality of collectors. When you find a new perfume, you get obsessed with it. You try that one, the next one, and you keep buying more. So at that point, it's very difficult for you to rotate, because at most you can wear 4 to 5 times cologne per day, not more than that. So issey Miyake L'Eau d'Essai, I bought this my early part of the journey, 2015 or 16. When I bought this, I did not like it. I bought the one Dolce & Gabbana, I bought Lamal, Ultra Male, I bought Chanel's, and this was my least favorite because of that yuzu note, which was very, very sharp. It's very unique, and I did not like it. It felt like, I told you, it's a very bad thing I said in the review, in the first review, in 2016, that this smells like roaches to me. It's like very bad things, terrible thing to say. But when you think of roaches, imagine they, I don't want to say what they taste like, but anything else, it's a gross thing to say. But you know, it was not my favorite, to say the least. And after this, also Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Purom. These two fragrances got me headaches, and I would feel sick wearing them in summer. But when the weather cools down a little bit, this fragrance is plenty nice. They have also the sport version, the summer version, fresh version. You can try those. Those, they have QE, this and that. But again, coming back to L'Eau de Purom, when you keep wearing it, it's one of the most challenging fragrances for me. But when you grasp the idea of the issey Miyake L'Eau de you really, 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 I mean, enjoy this a lot. It has excellent push. Even the newer version, I had a vintage, but as the juice go older, they're gonna start getting yellowish, even darker. Okay, the darker juice you have is more potent. So L'Eau de Purom, issey Miyake is still one of the classics. Now talking about classics, number three, Versace Purom. I always, always say this is my signature scent. People call this Versace signature, I think, also. And this is one of my top 10 signature scents of all time. Okay, Dior Intense. This one, Valentino Vumo Intense. You can say Invictus. These are some of my signature scents. Means I wear them a lot. Versace Purom, man. Every man knows this. Every man knows this. How refreshing this is. High heat summer days, very warm setup. You feel like, man, I'm sweating, I cannot breathe. Versace Manu Fresh does excellent, but I think this one also does great. Imagine sitting by the lake or something like water. It's a very hot day, blue skies, and you need sunglasses to save yourself from intense sun. You need suntan lotion. Try this fragrance. The perfect beach going fragrance, summer, office, everywhere. Yeah, the push is less. You can try Chanel Allure Sport as an alternative, which I also have. Both these fragrances I love, but this I feel I do like it, but it's too creamy and musky for me, like to wear all the time. This is more versatile. But the Versace Purom definitely takes the cake for being refreshing one. So now, next one is a fragrance I got last year, I think. And I am very happy I did a 200 ml bottle because this is a gem. Eau De Rochas. Uh, this is something. This is in the style of fragrance like Dior Eau Sauvage, Armani Eau Purom. If you enjoy those, you're gonna enjoy this. Simple. It's a lemon opening, and it's mild barbershop feel, but it stays refreshing all the time. It's short lived. You can wear it at home. It's more like EDC fashion, but such a refreshing perfume, man. I just love it. And I think in terms of smell, this is very beautiful. Like this, if Dior release this as a new release in this juice, it will get the same love as Dior Sauvage, as simple as that. Very elegant, classy, Eau de Rojas. It's a candid kind of a lemony scent. Very nice. They have some other notes in there. Check it out. I forgot those notes actually, but Eau de Rojas or Eau de Rocas or Rochas or Rocha, whatever you say. It's a 200 ml bottle worthy. Last but not least, my favorite signature scent of all time, even more so than Versace Purom, Polo Blue EDT. Yes, this is not people's favorite all the time. Some people bash this, but before I started my fragrance journey, I used to wear colognes in college, school, university life, and this was one of my first colognes. And I am very weak towards it. The EDT version. There are tons of flankers out there. I like them, but in terms of that perfect balance, the ozonic, that melon, and a little bit of a greenness. Some people do not like that cucumberish feel that you get sometimes from it, but it's a very beautiful perfume in the hot summer's day. Let me show you one thing, then you'll understand. The atomizer of it, it's blue. Okay, when you see the blue atomizer, you know things gonna get better in life. Such a beautiful creation, such a beautiful creation. I mean, like, I'll keep this any day, any day. If part of my collection, I'll never get rid of it. So there you go, 8 refreshing summer fragrances. Which ones are your favorites? And one other thing I'll tell you, do not spend uber niche money for gym scents, this kind of fresh scents. Like, I don't see point of getting a $400 $500 cologne. If you can afford it, go for it. But for a gym, I mean, that's a waste. This kind of fragrances definitely can do the same trick without paying so much. Okay, thanks for watching, and keep in your prayers. I want to get better really bad. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye bye.